Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. I'm Kalikaiz. Today I am getting serious. I'm playing High Tide, potentially for the last time ever in Pauper. Will the PFP ban it on Monday the 10th? I have no idea. I would say it's kind of a coin flip at this point. And since we have a Pauper Super Qualifier on Magic Online, I'm going to be playing in that with the deck that I think I have the best chance to win. And that is High Tide. Why is that? It's a powerful combo deck. It can ignore a bunch of things, and I know it very well. So my list that I've chosen to play here today is basically a deck that's trying to always have the ability to turn 3 if we're forced to, we could potentially turn 3 while having a lot of card selection to find the combo and a little bit of disruption for opposing decks. So I've cut on the third pieces of the puzzle. I brought in a Giga Drowse, and then I have 2 Ponders. Having 4 Brainstorm, 4 Preordain, and 2 Ponder allows me to have really good opening hands, allows me to be very good in setup turns, and it also helps me to leverage things like Peer Through the Depths or shuffle effects like Lorien Revealed, Stream of Thought, or Merchant Scroll. If you're not familiar with this deck, this uses High Tide to make every island tap for an additional blue. If you have 2 High Tides in play, you can cast your Arcane spell, Splice on Psychic Puppetry, and now that untaps your island, which makes it a free spell. If you have double Puppetry, now you're making mana. If you have 3 High Tides going, you're making mana. We have Pieces of the Puzzle as a huge dick spell, and then the win condition and what I like to call the Pauper Past in Flames is Stream of Thought. Target player mills 4 cards, and you shuffle up to 4 cards from your graveyard into your library. It has Replicate for 2 blue. At some point, we have tons and tons and tons of mana, so the replication cost doesn't really matter. We can point everything at our opponent and deck them out, forcing them to draw cards with deep analysis. But the hidden mode of the deck, of the Stream of Thought, is really that you make your deck more consistent. We're going to Stream of Thought our opponent or ourselves, depending on the situation, put in our Ideas Unbound, Peer Through Depths, Hidden Strings, whatever we need back in the deck, so that we sort of have infinite amounts of these, which just makes the deck really, really strong. In the sideboard, I have Blue Blast for the red decks. That's pretty obvious. I have Giga Drowse for the blue decks. I have Snap for creature decks. Muddle the Mixture is an answer to Duress and also can be a counterspell. We have Dispel for decks that have the ability to interact with us, but where Giga Drowse is not necessarily good. Sometimes you want Giga Drowse and Dispel for decks like Flickertron that can untap their lands, or even something like Familiars. And then I have an additional island here. People always ask me, why are you playing this additional island when you have 15 in the main? Why don't you just put the 16th in the main? Well, I think that 15 islands in the main deck is good enough, and then the additional island is required to stay at parity. So versus mono blue Terror or other mono blue decks where you need to have just as many islands as they do to tap them out, we want to have an additional island to make sure we consistently hit our land drops. Then the other tricky thing is, why am I playing basic islands and snow-covered islands? Well, on Magic Online, these get piled in different sections, so it's much easier to click, making it less brain breaking for your actual combo turns and giving you a little bit of extra slack for your brain. In paper, what I like to do is I like to set up my lands in such a fashion. So I have, let's say I had all my lands in play. It's gonna be a longer deck, as you can tell. And then I tap a land for a High Tide. Now I'll set that off to the side. And then let's say I tap another land for another High Tide. I have 1 mana floating. I'll just set that off to the side. Now I have, let's say, a Psychic Puppetry, and I cast Ideas Unbound. I will put my land on the table, like up in the middle, because we're not playing anything, no permanence. We should just use all of our space. I'll put my Psychic Puppetry right underneath that land and announce I'm casting Ideas Unbound, tapping my island for 3, and Psychic Puppetry untapping the island. Can I shortcut that? My opponent can say yes or no. If they say yes, then from then on, I could just represent the puppetry under the island, say cast Ideas Unbound, draw 3, mana neutral. Now, if I had a 4th High Tide or whatever, if I'm starting to make extra mana, I will say cast Ideas Unbound, untapping these 2 lands, making X mana. And then I'll just float my mana that way. That makes it a lot faster. A lot of the time-intensive things for actually accomplishing the deck, or accomplishing the combo turn, are mostly just mechanical. So another option for trying to make your combo turn goes faster is Pieces of the Puzzle. We're going to use Brainstorm to put islands on top of the deck, use Pieces of the Puzzle which can only pick instants and sorceries, but looks 5 cards deep, and mill over those islands, making us have less cards in our library, fewer cards in our library, and making our combo turn easier to run through. You could play cards like Reach Through Mists. Reach Through Mists is an arcane for a single blue that says draw a card, so you can draw a card and untap your land. This is sort of similar to a card like Manamorphose in the deck, and I chose to replace it in my 75 basically with Hidden Strings. I think Hidden Strings has more value for going from a non-mana neutral to mana neutral and then to mana positive. It's sort of a really big ritual. Later on in the turn, it's not as good as Reach Through Mists, and Reach Through Mists is much better in post board versus decks that are going to leave up 1 or 2 lands where you want to tap down their land, or decks that are like sort of Voltron-y where you want to just tap a creature and go longer. But my list is specifically built to go faster, so I don't necessarily need this. All right, so if you have any questions, let me know. I will be posting this early on Monday morning before the ban announcement goes live, so we will see if I have any success today and if we get to play this again in the future. If we do get to play this again, make sure to hit up patreon.com/Kalikaiz for the sideboard guides and a very detailed walkthrough of how to play the deck. I will see you in the matches. The Pauper Underground Jackpot Series is back in Calgary, the Stampede City. 33 events across 3 stores lead to a January finals with thousands in prizes and a custom Western trophy buckle. The community and Discord rocks, so check it out at the links below and be part of the upcoming home of Pauper in Canada. Thanks for watching. Did you know you could get sideboard guides on patreon.com/Kalikaiz? And did I mention you can get early access to videos on the YouTube page in the membership section? And if you like these videos, make sure to like and subscribe. We're here in round 1 versus multi-format grinder Sandy Dog MTG, who apparently likes to play mono red. So we're on the draw. That means that we might have to try to go off on turn 3, but we'll see. They haven't shown up yet. Maybe I'll get a bye. Okay, so my opponent's on the play. They've kept 7. We are going to keep 7. This is one of our better hands, probably. Let's keep. They lead on Island. That's a bit scary. Delver. So they're playing Mono Blue Terror. They've chosen to play what they feel is the best deck. Well, I think I will lead on a Brainstorm. We're probably going to have to scroll for a Giga Drowse. We found another High Tide. So this is a possible turn 3. Let's put back Muddle underneath a Ponder. So I guess on this next turn, I can pass with 2 islands. And then I can cast a Ponder with Muddle backup. Then looking to go Merchant Scroll for a Giga Drowse with a Counterspell backup. They flipped on a Brainstorm. They Brainstorm. Best case scenario is they whiff on lands. They play an Island. Plays a second Delver. Okay, so the clock is on. We're drawing a Ponder. We're just going to scroll for a Giga Drowse right away. They put me to 17. So this is a 3-turn clock if the Delver flips, and it most likely will. We scroll. Grabbing the Giga Drowse. So if they do not find a land, could maybe try to go for it. They're going to Thought Scour away an Island and a Cryptic Serpent. If they don't find a land and I rip a Hidden Strings, I could go for it by going Giga Drowse or land into High Tide, Hidden Strings, High Tide, Ideas. They Thought Scour themselves. Looks like they didn't find a land. All right, so we're going to try for a turn 3. They put me to 11. We found the Puppetry. This should be doable. High Tide. This is literally why I tried to build my deck to turn 3. High Tide. The only problem is that we'd have the Giga Drowse in hand, but we're going to untap with 6 mana here and 3 more cards. Find a puzzle. I think I have to Ponder. Find an Ideas. We are not going to shuffle. So now I know I have 2 lands. I have 5 mana. I can Puppetry, untap. This is a little sketchy, but this clears the lands. I don't really want to draw them. We find High Tide, Hidden Strings. So that was good to not have drawn, I guess. We'll go High Tide. Now my Ideas Unbound is my last draw spell, but it does draw me 3 cards and make a mana. Find double Preordain. I'll go Preordain. We bottom the Brainstorm, or bottom the Island. We definitely top the Brainstorm. I have 4 mana available, I believe. 5 mana. I'll Brainstorm. Put back Island. And then we'll cast the Hidden Strings. Untapping 2 lands. Cast another High Tide. I think I preordained the lands to the bottom first. I know I could have peered past them, but this gives me more options. So let's preordain again. Another preordain and a scroll. I guess I top and top. We draw the scroll. Now I can peer. So I'm mana positive here. That means I probably want to take... I think I should just take the Brainstorm because I can convert Gigadrow's Island into 2 more cards. Brainstorm, untap, Brainstorm. Put back the 2 lands. We will Merchant Scroll, grab the Puppetry, Ponder. I'll go top the island, top the Gigadrows, draw the Lorien Revealed, no shuffle, and then I'll peer past those. And we will find a Stream of Thought. And Stream of Thought, replicate on you. Replicate it 1 time. Now, as I said in the intro, we get to put back a bunch of Arcanes. Peer, 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 Ideas Unbound. And then we have Ideas Unbound as well. Thesis is good. Brainstorm. And then I will put back a High Tide. No, I'll put back the Scroll. I have 8 mana. Let's untap 2 lands. Draw 3 cards. We find pieces. I will go Scroll, grabbing the Peer. This allows me to just start chaining mana. We have a lot of card draw at hand, and I just need to go up on mana to start casting them. Find a Puppetry or a Hidden Strings. I think long-term Puppetry is going to be better. Untap. We'll put 3 cards in hand with the Lorien Revealed. We find a Brainstorm. Let's Brainstorm. We'll put back Deep Analysis and Scroll. And then I have the ability to untap all my lands. We'll go ahead and peer. Take the Ideas Unbound. I just like going any order. It's just much easier. At this point, I'm highly confident that we got this. Draw 3 cards with an Ideas Unbound, untapping 3 lands. There's the Gigadrow's and Island I put back previously. I'll draw another 3 cards with a Lorien Revealed. We have double ideas. So I wonder what the response would be. I guess if I do really well in this event, then the comments would say, ban High Tide. And if I don't do very well in this event, the comments would say, you suck. So I'm trying my best. I'll draw 3 cards with another Ideas Unbound. Oops. So you can see here it's kind of hard to click, and the double pile makes it just way easier. And I think we are going to have enough mana to just dome them. So I just have to find my Deep Analysis again. Take the Brainstorm, untap. We can use the Brainstorm. 8 cards left in library. There's the Deep Analysis. I'll tap all my lands. I have 53 mana. And I will Hidden Strings 2 lands, untap them. Opponent's only at 40, so we replicate on them for 9 replications. I do yield through this turn. Now, I took my time, but, and it was a little bit sketchy in the beginning, right? So I'm glad that this worked out in the first game here, at least. We can just put back a bunch of random stuff. Mostly I like to put back Arcanes, definitely the Stream of Thought, like draw spells. At this point, I can just F6 through these. And the best part about what they're doing here is they're not conceding, so I get to see their deck. Let's make you draw. They've lost the game. We won the game. Big confidence boost for sure. Now let's take a look at their deck. So they're playing 1 sleep, 2 sleeps, Spell Pierce, and Dispel. I don't see any Force Spikes. Looks like we don't have to really worry about Force Spikes, maybe. Let's go to the sideboarding. My plan here is to max out on Gigadrowses, and then I'm going to cut down on my card draw package. I don't really need that to win the game, but I do need the islands to make the Gigadrows better, and I do need the Hidden Strings to go off in a position where it's going to be risky. What I like about the Gigadrows is that we can use 1 to try to tap them out, they respond, then we use the 2nd to really tap them out. The cantrips allow me to keep trying to do stuff and make my land drops. And then I don't think we're going to be able to cast these until the actual combo turn. And if we don't get to the combo turn, we don't get to cast them. So it's pointless to have them in the main post board. Don't really need to Dispel here because we're focused on trying to use Gigadrows. And I've gone up to 16 islands. I find this matchup very difficult on the draw because my opponent has the ability to drop a couple early threats and then try to hold up interaction from there. So it was really good in that position where they had to tap out to have their threats, and I was able to capitalize using the Hidden Strings for the mana. Okay, post board here, we are looking for a hand with lots of lands, maybe cantrips, and a Gigadrows. Having to Merchant Scroll for Giga Drowse would not be great. Let's see what happens. Okay, here we've got our hand. Our opponent's back. We have a bunch of lands, some parts of the combo. We can take it slow. We can also brainstorm when they tap out early and then try to see what we've got going on. I'm not looking to preordain into an early Spell Pierce. My opponent mulligans to 6. So if I do find Giga Drowse, it will maybe be a little bit easier to set up since they've already mulliganed, where they're having to focus on having cards in hand versus having land drops. Island. Okay, so an interesting thing here is they play the island and they're focused on trying to stop me from setting up versus putting a threat on the table. But maybe they're going to Thought Scour here. And if they do Thought Scour, we have the Brainstorm. They just pass. They play island and pass again. That's super good for me. I'll play island and pass. I'll yield into the next end step. Once again, if they do tap out, I want to be able to capitalize. I have kind of a large amount of lands in hand. Even though the Lorien Revealeds are not exactly land, they use a Brainstorm, and they're going to Thought Scour. Or Cycle or something. Mental note. They mill Thought Scour, Brainstorm. So we are going to Brainstorm. We found a Giga Drowse. Multiple lands. I think I put back land, and then cycle to island. Here I want to grab my island that matches the one in hand. So they can't tell that I had another island in hand. We do have Pier to tap them. We have Giga Drowse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they're close to playing a Terror. I imagine they go land, play a Terror here. And then I have to go Peer Through Depths into Preordain. And then in 2 turns try to tap them out. They play Brainstorm. Is there any possibility for me to win on my turn? Probably not. If there's not a Terror here, we're just in such a good spot. But they're trying to set up for a Terror on the table, making it a 4-turn clock. They don't have it? No way. There's no way they don't have it. They could also be afraid. They play the Terror. So this is the problem with the turn 3. Let's go Pier. I'll take the Ideas Unbound. Any order. Play land. We'll preordain. We have to bottom these. We find a Hidden Strings. Now we have to naturally draw into a High Tide or a Giga Drowse. We have a couple of turns. Plays a Cryptic Serpent. Plays a land. So they're going to hit me to 15. I did find a Merchant Scroll. I think I have to play the island and pass a turn. So in my situation right now, the only way that I can win is by them not responding to the Giga Drowse. They have the 5th land. They get in for 11. There's no reason for them to cast anything. We know they have a land and 3 unknowns. So 3 unknowns in hand. We'll go to the end step. We will Giga Drowse, bonk. Then we have to hope that they just have nothing. We could draw a Giga Drowse and maybe win. High Tide maybe could win too. They're probably likely to try to keep a Dispel in hand. Okay. Land, land, land. I think the way that I win here is they have absolutely nothing in their hand. It's certainly possible. They did have a Dispel. They're representing Spell Pierce, or representing Counterspell. Just send it. High Tide. Cast High Tide. They have the Counterspell. The annoying thing here is that my opponent's double queuing and they're just over there like doing their thing. 12 minutes left on clock. They made me sit around for 8 minutes just waiting on them to accomplish anything. What should I do? Maybe Muddle the Mixture doesn't do anything? No. So I have to just kind of do the same thing as before, but I'm on the play. Being on the play matters. We're on the play. We want lands and spells. I think I keep. Hopefully this... I wonder if I should Ponder or Preordain. Ponder sees the most cards. So I think Ponder. We have the Giga Drowse. We're just looking for lands, kind of. We have a lot of options, a lot of opportunities to find a land. I just have to make land drops until they tap out and then Giga Drowse them. Island and Ponder. Okay. So I will top, top, top. No shuffle. I think I need to stop on my upkeep because I don't really want to draw the second Giga Drowse right now with no lands. Opponent has switched to a Delver strategy. I'll cycle. The Delver actually gives me a lot more turns. We will take an island. Land. I'll go Ponder. Alright, so we can take the Preordain and the island, put the Stream of Thought on the bottom of the pile. No shuffle. Opponent's Delver does not flip. That gives me, I think, a whole nother turn, which is pretty sweet. They mental note away the island they were going to draw. So they kept a hand with a lot of islands to try to play around Giga Drowse. They play an island. Get in for 1. I will go land into Preordain. We found Scroll and a Stream. We're still looking for lands. I think I bought them both. Another Giga Drowse. So now we are set up. All we need is the combo pieces. Plus, I guess, additional lands. I'll yield until the next end step, which allows me to cast the Brainstorm at some point. If I find another land, I can use the Muddle to shuffle and grab the Puppetry. And then I just need a High Tide. I'll pass the turn. I think my best bet is to force them to take time responding to their things, and then make them like make decisions too quickly, because they're being really rude by double queuing. So if I can stress their double queue, then maybe it would mess them up. We play an island. We get in for 3. My turn. Let's try Brainstorm. They allow it. Okay. So I kind of have it. I have to put back Hidden Strings, Muddle. I have 7 cards in hand. I think I have to try to Preordain. And then they Spell Pierce, and then I Preordain again. Then they Spell Pierce again. Then I draw the Muddle. I pass the turn. I Giga Drowse them. I don't think this is going to work out. I really want my lands, though. It resolves. We will bottom. Did not find a land. I'll cast another Preordain. Probably going to get Spell Pierced. We have a High Tide and a Giga Drowse. I will bottom. Rough. Through another High Tide. Okay, hopefully I can find lands at some point. On a mental notes. They play a Terror. If I draw an island. Let's Brainstorm, trying to find an island. There we go. So we'll put back Brainstorm and Hidden Strings. Play the island and pass the turn. My opponent attacks in for 8. End step. We'll Giga Drowse. So the idea here with the Giga Drowse is we're going to target all of their lands. They'd have to spend a bunch of mana to keep any lands untapped. So at this point, they can only keep 1 land untapped. I can untap, hit that land with a Giga Drowse, then I can go High Tide, Hidden Strings. I'll have 3, 4, 5, 6 mana, and then I can Ideas Unbound or Peer. Tap your land. Best case scenario is they don't respond. Right now they have 2 minutes and 28 seconds left on clock. Just super rude. People are complaining about High Tide monopolizing the clock. Sure. Tap your land. Okay, they tap their land. I'll go to my second main phase. I'll cast a High Tide. Cast a High Tide. I have 4 mana. Hidden Strings, 2 mana. I'll have 8 mana. So I think I should just try the Ideas Unbound. Draw 3. Hidden Strings. Untap. Play the land. Cast Peer. We find the Puppetry. Perfect. And then now I can draw 3. Find a Hidden Strings. I can Merchant Scroll for the Puppetry. So I can go mana positive. Peer. Let's see. I can also... I'm a little bit afraid of running out of action here. So I think I'm going to Stream of Thought myself one time. Stream. I don't know what's going on. My opponent is going to let themselves time out. That's even more rude, but you know what? If they want to let themselves time out, that's fine. We'll get ideas here, and Scroll. I have no other arcanes there. And then I will Peer. Actually, let's Hidden Strings on tap. Then Brainstorm. Put back the Muddle. I like that I have double Peer in hand now. I can Peer for the Muddle, and that represents an Ideas Unbound, so I'll take the Muddle to Mixture. Untap. Let's transmute for Muddle. Or transmute the Muddle for the Ideas. Making sure not to misclick and hit the Hidden Strings. I think I like my sideboard strategy now here. Pretty happy with that. Here. Uh-oh. So we don't have anything good. I'll have to take the Puppetry. I can untap 3 lands, but I need a big draw spell now. And multiple Lorien Revealed are in the graveyard. Almost all of them. I'll take the Ideas Unbound. I'll draw 3 cards. Now I would definitely give a High Tide. Cast a High Tide. So this, which I didn't explain in this video yet, but as you're comboing, you want to try to keep as many untapped lands as possible. You never want to tap all your lands while you still have the option of maybe casting a High Tide down the line. This makes That would be like long-term a waste of actual mana. We'll draw another 3 cards. Well, I think that this this event is so serious that I can't afford to handicap myself by going for the combo glasses, unfortunately. Let's Merchant Scroll. I still have a Brainstorm. We have Lorien revealed. Little sketchy. I'll take the Brainstorm. We'll draw 3. Put back 2 islands. I can preordain to get past those. I really need to find the Stream of Thought. So I will peer. We have another puppetry. My bad. I don't have anything else to scroll for. I have to hit the stream here. Or the Lorien. Mother effer. I guess I take the scroll? Are you kidding me? So, alright. My opponent has 1 minute on clock. I'll take the Giga Drowse, I guess. Pass. Alright. I think the mistake there was just not putting back the Lorien reveals. That's unfortunate. Okay, we'll see in round 2. My opponent very nearly timed out for their double Q, but we couldn't capitalize. Bummer. Round 2 versus Blaze 66. Probably a burn player. Well, we can't keep a no-lander. This hand is probably pretty bad. We go land, we get scroll. Mulligan. This is the best hand we've seen. Keep. We'll put back stream. We'll put back hidden strings. We have the High Tide in hand. We'll ponder. So I saw Lorien, ponder, peer. I'm gonna no shuffle, draw the Lorien. Then I will draw the ponder, cycle, cast ponder. My opponent played a turn 1 Blood Fountain, so we have a lot of time. That is good. The island. Let's ponder. Okay, let's take these cards. Hidden strings, High Tide, ideas. Top, top, top. No shuffle. Worried about Refurbished Familiar here. They're on Jund. If they cast a Fanatical Offering. We draw the High Tide. Next turn I would draw the Ideas Unbound. Or I can just cycle the Lorien. I have the Ideas Unbound in hand. I think I pass. I missed my land drop this turn on purpose. And then next turn, like, because I'm trying to keep the hidden strings in hand for Refurbished Familiar. They play a bridge. Pass the turn. We will cycle. If they Viscer's Insight, sacrificing their Blood Fountain. Yeah, that makes sense. They don't really need that. Play the land. Pass the turn. I think I probably have a turn 4 if they don't interact with me here. If there's no Refurbished Familiar, because I can go Tide, draw 3, untap, draw 3 again. They cast a Writhing Chrysalis. Do I just go for it? We have a lot of mana. What's the worst case scenario? They're playing Duress in their deck. Play the island. I should probably give myself another turn. They make 2 mana. The Writhing Chrysalis will be a 4/5. Plays a Limbus. Let's see how they scry. Top, bottom. I guess they only went top. It's only a scry 1. They Wildfire their land. They have 2 untapped black sources. They grabbed a green mana. They're going to discard a cast down. That makes sense. Plays a bridge. So I guess, do they have the Duress? They have the Duress. They take an Ideas Unbound. Okay. That makes sense, I suppose. Gets in for 4. We have Giga Drowse. I'm going to pass the turn and use my Giga Drowse. Target their black sources and their Chrysalis. Black source, Chrysalis. They're probably going to cast an Eviscerator's Insight or something. I would just Eviscerator's Insight the Limbus. That's what they choose to do. The Limbus will shuffle back into their deck. They'll draw 2 cards. Their lands are tapped. Their Chrysalis is tapped. If they have an untapped black source and a Duress, then I'm not feeling very good. They play a Swamp. Oh no. Plays a Limbus. Okay. So we have a land drop here on our turn. I can make a ton of mana. 6, 7 mana. Let's try to go for it. Tide. Draw 3. Cast Brainstorm. Put back. Land. Preordain. Hidden strings. Untap. Now I can draw 3 cards, drawing the land and the Preordain. Play the land. Merchant Scroll. Grab a Puppetry. Here. Let's Preordain first. Bottom. Your Ideas Unbound that's a great draw. We'll draw 3 cards. Second Puppetry, sweet. So now I can Hidden Strings. And I'm mana positive. 4 mana here. Well, I guess I probably Brainstorm first. Put back land. We'll Preordain the lands to the bottom. And then Peer. Drawing another Peer also pretty good there. This is turn 7. I'll take... See, we've had ideas. I'll take the Stream of Thought. We untap. I'll stream myself 1 time. just to thin my deck. We'll put back ideas, 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 and a pier, maximizing on my possible ability of arcanes. Okay, here again. Take the Ideas Unbound. I'm glad that was back in the deck. Untap. I'll tap 1 land, so I have 5 mana. Draw. 3 cards go to hand. Tap another 1 land. Ideas Unbound and draw 3 cards. Found another High Tide. I can High Tide. A little bit nervous about this stream of thought. We have the Muddle still in the deck. Let's draw 3. I don't necessarily want to use it because they could have something crazy. Let's see. Running out of... I will go ahead and cast the Lorien Revealed. We had the Brainstorm to clear our hand, like get these lands out of the hand, but no way to shuffle at that time. We drew Merchant Scroll and a Preordain. I will Brainstorm, put back land, cast Preordain. Bottoming the lands. We found the Muddle. Let's draw. Now I have 4 Puppetries. So I don't even need the extra High Tides, but we do have 3 High Tides floating. All right, tons of mana. I'll rearrange my hand. I like to put the Puppetries at the end. So they don't move around quite as much. We pier, grab pieces, untap. 11 cards left. I can scroll for the Brainstorm, then Brainstorm, put back 2 lands, cast Preordain to clear the lands, or cast the pieces, take Hidden Strings pieces, cast another pieces, that draws me the last cards in my deck, Peer through Depths. Okay. We have 21 mana. There's probably no way for them to get double Fairy Macabre here, so I'm going to attempt to start this stream loop. Cast Stream targeting you. We'll replicate it 3 times. If something crazy happens and the stream doesn't go back into my deck, I can Muddle the Mixture countering the first stream. Target you, target you. Okay, they don't have anything. Put back Stream, Pier, Ideas, Ideas. Ideas, Ideas, Pier. Tide. Pier. Tide, Lorien. Should be fine here. We have 12 cards. Now I can Pier. Take the Ideas Unbound. We'll stack it. Draw, or untap. I'll draw another 3 cards. Let's go. How about I just draw another 3 cards? 5 cards left in my deck. There's the High Tide. No sense wasting time. Let's Pier to find the Puppetry, or the Stream of Thought. Stream. Target you. And replicate it 5 times, which will be 24 cards. And we'll put back some cards. Doesn't really matter. And then I'll just okay through these and point the Deep Analysis at my opponent, making sure I don't click through my phase. Bonk. So post board, my opponent's going to have Pyroblast and Duress. They have, let's see if they're playing Gixian in the main deck. That would be something that would probably change things, but no Gixians that I can tell, which means this is going to be a slower matchup and potentially maybe more favored for me. I want to bring in the Ideas Unbound and some Giga Drowses. I don't think I need the Hidden Strings. It's possible that I do. Like, I don't necessarily have to bring in the Ponder. Maybe 3 Giga Drowse is fine. I'm going to try this. We'll see if it works. We didn't bring in extra islands because we only have to tap down their red sources with our Giga Drowse. All right. So we have a hand we can keep. I'm going to turn off the upkeep stop on my opponent. Make sure I have no possible play Yield All on. They can Duress my High Tide, which is sad. We'll just start making land drops. I will top and top. We found a Puppetry and a Preordain. They play a Lembas. I suppose I just scroll for High Tide here, just to use my mana. Scroll, grab the High Tide. They play a black land. Refurbish Familiar. I'll discard. So I could discard the Deep Analysis and then just cast it. I think I'm discarding the Deep Analysis. I'll attempt to cast it. Are good with that? We are going to have to discard the hand size. I think I'll discard the island. So now I have to worry about the Lembas shuffling back into their deck. They cycle a landscape. They're going to get in for 2. Playing around the Campfire and the Lembas is possible. It's just frustrating. Play a Nile Spellbomb. Okay, so I think I just go for it. I'll island cycle for an island. Play the land. High Tide. High Tide. I'll draw 3. Now I can Brainstorm, get rid of the 2 lands. I can Pier and untap. That's 4 mana. Then I'll have, use this 4, I'll have 5 left over. Cast Pier, untap, tap down the Spellbomb. They crack the Spellbomb. So we untap our land. We grab the Ideas Unbound. And then I will draw 3. We found more islands, so this is a good opportunity to brainstorm, put back the 2 lands. We have a 3rd puppetry. We don't really have to start. We do not need to try and find more high tides. We want to save the scrolls for like more action. Take the pier, and then we'll pier again. Pier finds high tide muddle pieces. This is a tough situation. I think I'd take the high tide actually. I have a lot of card draw in my hand. Cast high tide, cast preordain. I'm gonna want the Giga Drowse eventually, but not right now. I'll top, draw 3 with a Lorien Revealed. Then I'll draw 3 with an Ideas Unbound. Okay, what do we find? We drew another puppetry, the 4th puppetry. We'll cast the Ideas Unbound. Draw 3 cards. What's my plan now? We got lots of options. I'll try Ponder, take the Brainstorm, no shuffle, cast Brainstorm, put 2 cards back. We will preordain, bottom, and bottom. We have a High Tide, another Lorien Revealed to draw 3. Really should have put those back in my deck in round 1. I definitely could have won that. We're gonna Brainstorm, land, preordain, get past the lands. I didn't realize that I drew a piece of the puzzle there. That would have been a better spot to use, better thing to use. Let's see, what do we have? 21 lands, 21 mana. I'll pier, untap. We'll take Ponder. So my plan is going to be to Giga Drowse them on their upkeep. I think I'll draw 3 cards. Ponder. Okay, we'll take the pieces, no shuffle, cast the pieces. Take Giga Drowse Muddle. I'm going up cards in hand. Cast another pieces. Take the Giga Drowse. Stream you. Alright, goes back at you. I will take Pier, and Lorien. Lorien Revealed. There's a Lorien Revealed in my hand apparently. Oh, maybe it got exiled. Yes. Okay, so I'll take Ideas. Scroll. Grab the Pier. We have 7 cards left. I will Pier and grab the Pier, put Lorien on top. 6 cards left. Oh, I messed that up. Dang. Alright, I have to Pier. Now it's going to get sketchy. I'll take the Lorien Revealed. Then we'll put the Pier, and then the rest of the cards. Untap. Cast the Lorien Revealed. We have 2 cards left in deck. Now I can Pier for the last 2 cards. What? Oh, I have the stream in my hand. My bad. My bad. Here, untap the lands. Take the Lorien. Here. Take the Lorien. Untap everything again. We will Stream of Thought you, replicate it 2 times. Or I guess, yeah, replicate it once. Target you. We'll put back Stream, Pier, Lorien, Pier. And then 2 more cards, Pier. Then we'll draw 3. And draw 3 again. And then I will Stream you. Target you. Put back Stream, Lorien. Yes, High Tide. Doesn't really matter. And then 4 more cards. High Tide, Brainstorm, Preordain. We're just putting cards in our hand. We have 8 cards in the library. This means I can Pier for Lorien. Here, grab the Lorien Revealed. Say any order. Untap all the cards. I just want to have enough cards in my hand to finish the game. Pier, grab the Lorien. We'll draw 3 cards. Then draw 3 cards. Then I will Stream you. Replicate it 5 times. Put back some cards. They have 0 cards in the library. Now I'll cast a Lorien Revealed. What should I do now? So in my hand, I want to keep High Tide and Giga Drowse and Muddle. I can Brainstorm. I want High Tide, Giga Drowse, Muddle, 3 cards. Ideas, Pier, or Puppetry, Giga Drowse. I can actually just stock some cards on top of my deck if I keep a second Brainstorm in my hand. We'll take the Brainstorm. We will Brainstorm and put back Puppetry. And then we'll keep Hot Tide, Ideas. All right, I can pass the turn now. We want the 2 Giga Drowses, I think. Pass the turn. Back. We're just going to start discarding. Discard a ton of cards. My opponent is going to put the Lemus back in their deck, which is fine. Then we're going to Giga Drowse them. They can't recast it. Now they go to their turn. They have a land drop they could make. They make a land drop. All right. I'll pass the turn. And we take round 2 on to round 3. Sorry, round 2 we're on the draw. Round 3 on the draw versus JBL Island. That's unfortunate. We'll go land, pass the turn, or yield until my next end step, and then we'll see what they're up to. Plains. Sunscape Familiar. Okay. Brainstorm. We'll put back Stream of Thought and the Giga Drowse. We'll have to draw the Giga Drowse. I don't know if they're playing foil. I think I just scroll for High Tide right now. Most decks that are playing familiars are not playing foil. I'm the one mostly doing that, so it depends if they copied my deck. And if they're playing Island, then they probably didn't straight copy my deck because I play snow-covered lands. C8 Oracle. So I am pretty safe, I think, when it comes to them having the... I'm so sorry. I'm safe when it comes to them potentially having foil, but they can have untap effects. We have an Island. Let's preordain. Okay, so we top, play the land. We pass the turn. We're going to try and Giga Drowse them at some point. Maybe they'll tap out, but it's not that likely. They play Murmuring Mystic. Okay. They only have 2 blue lands right now. Get in for 1. That's fine. We're going to draw the Ideas Unbound. And then I'm going to cycle for an island. Play the island and pass the turn. They play another island. So they have 3 blue sources right now. They evoke a Moldrifter. They snap the Moldrifter. They're already using 1 snap. Okay. Maybe they replay the Moldrifter and then leave open the island. They're evoking the Moldrifter again. They let it go to the yard. They get in. I'm going to peer and tap down your Chancery. They use a Prohibit. That indicates to me that they probably don't have counter. Let's try to Giga Drowse the Chancery. Okay, they're floating mana. They pass. Okay. We get to High Tide. We'll draw 3. This is mana negative, but I have the Hidden Strings in hand. We found another Hidden Strings. I'll play the island. Ponder. We have to shuffle. Another Ideas Unbound. We'll draw 3. Going to 3 men in play. We found the High Tide, so I can High Tide and then Hidden Strings. Back on top. Let's draw 3 cards again. We find the Stream of Thought. So I probably should Stream of Thought myself. Okay. Stream, target me. We'll put back ideas, here, and ideas. Okay. We will Hidden Strings. Try drawing 3 cards. Have to find Arcanes. We found a lot of good stuff. Okay. Cancel. So here I have 5 mana to draw 3 with the Ideas Unbound, untapping 3 lands. That's just sick. Don't really need to untap them with the Hidden Strings there. I think I'll preordain first. Brainstorm, Hidden Strings. I'll top both of these. And then we will draw 3. Okay. Now I found an island. I can Brainstorm. Put back island. Could they be playing anything crazy? Probably not. Let's ponder and shuffle. We drew the Ideas Unbound. Okay, so no shuffle. And then we'll preordain, put the lands to the bottom. If they have something weird in their deck that allows them to like deal with my Stream of Thought loop and disrupt it, then I don't really want to cast the Stream of Thought until I have another Muddle the Mixture in hand, or a Muddle the Mixture in hand. We have 2 High Tides floating. We drew some more Piers. I think I can scroll for a Tide now, safely. We'll play the Tide. And now I have 4 Puppetries, 2 Piers. This should just be a walk in the park. Pier, grab a Pier. Untap. Tap for 4. Pier grabbing. What will we see? Looks like there was a little bit of weirdness with the interface there. That's okay. Here, grab the Ideas Unbound. We'll put Lorien, Scroll, and then the islands. We're getting close to the bottom of the deck. Might as well stack it well. I'll draw another 3. Ideas on the stack. Drew Brainstorm pieces. So now I love the Brainstorm, put back 2 lands, cast the pieces of the puzzle. Finding, we dump all these lands. Okay, High Tide. Let's Brainstorm again. We have 6 cards. Brainstorm, put back land, was on top, and a land. And then Hidden Strings, untap. Hidden Strings, untap. And then Pier to untap. Tons of mana. I have the Muddle in hand. Take a scroll. Tap all my lands. Target you. We want to replicate it 10. I think I'll go 11 times, just in case I need to counter the original for some reason. We do have 4 lands in the deck left, I think. And then we'll put back our Arcanes and Streams and stuff. ideas, and then peers. I have 8 cards plus the 4 lands. I'm just going to let all these resolve so I can see their deck. If I spend a lot of time just like tooling around with what cards I want to put back, then it makes them more likely to concede and not show me their entire deck. They go to 0, and we target them with deep analysis. Bonk. We win the game. We get to look at their library. We see Muldrifter, Flicker, Thraben Charm in the main deck. We have Ephemerate, Negate. Let's see how many counter spells they have. They played 1 Prohibit, 2. So maybe they had... No, they didn't have another counter in hand. Are they only playing 2 counters? They have 2 Ephemerates. No Ephemerates in exile right now. They're playing a Meeting of Minds build, and we can go to sideboarding. We don't really need to go fast, but let's see. So we don't necessarily need the deep analysis to win the game. We want the Giga Drowse, and we want the Dispels. So I have to cut 4 cards. I think I just cut the Hidden Strings. I don't think that I need to bring in an extra island, because they have to play cards like Azorius Chancery or even Plains. And they won't be quite as up on mana. We need to Dispel because if we Giga Drowse them, they could use an untap effect. This hand is pretty reasonable. I'll keep. My opponent leads on a Preordain. Let's see how they went top. All island and ponder. Okay, that seems fine. Top them all. No shuffle. They're picking up a land. Okay. So we have a Lorien revealed underneath the ideas. I will just Merchant Scroll for a High Tide. They play an island. They play a familiar. My turn. We find a pier. Play land. I'm going to Brainstorm. We didn't find any lands, so I'll put back pieces and a Merchant Scroll. I'll pass to their turn. Planning on casting the pier. They play a land. Another familiar. So it's a little sketchy. Seagate Oracle. Okay. I cast Meeting of the Minds. I'll respond with a pier. Let's take the Puppetry. Any order. Find a second Giga Drowse. So now I just need lands. I will Preordain looking for lands. Bottom the Dispel. Top the Lorien. We'll cycle. Get the island, play it, and pass the turn. So with double Giga Drowse, now I can try to tap them down. I really need a land though. They play an island and a Seagate Oracle. They have 3 blue available. Chooses to play an Archaeomancer or the Meeting of Minds. Okay. They're going to draw 2 cards. They have 7 cards in hand. But now if they have Flicker, I'm kind of hosed. They're going to Ephemerate for the Meeting of Minds. Okay. Gets the Meeting of Minds. So if they have a Flicker or a Snap, I'm kind of toast. Let's see. We'll go to their main. We'll try Giga Drowse. They tap the land. They snap their creature. Okay. My turn. We find a Preordain. Let's Preordain looking for lands. I'm going to bottom. Cast Brainstorm. Where's my lands? Find the Dispel. So we'll put back Merchant Scroll, Lorien, play the island. And now they're going to cast plays Meeting of Minds. There are 8 cards in hand. They're going to Ephemerate, draw even more cards. Casting another Meeting of Minds, they go to 9 cards in hand. Ephemerate on the Seagate Oracle. They have 10 cards in hand. We're not under any pressure. It's Contaminated Landscape. Pays 2 mana. Archaeomancer to get the Ephemerate. Cast the Ephemerate. Or no, they pick up the Ephemerate. They have 10 cards in hand. Are they not going to do anything else? Gets in for 1. I think this is the time where I have to try to Giga Drowse them. Target your island. They play a Snap. I will counter. I think I lose. Here. They have the Prohibit. They have the Ephemerates. I'm going to go to the next game. So what do I need to do? I think I have to cut the pieces. Bring in Muddle. And another Giga Drowse. Or maybe another island. And now it's the same situation as versus Terror where I really have to put the Lorien Revealed back in my deck. We have multiple Giga Drowse and the High Tide. I think I keep. I'm going to give it a turn before brainstorming to get more cards in my hand and figure out what I'm doing. Play island and pass. Our opponent plays a tapped land. I'll take a draw. Second Brainstorm. I'll play island. We will cast the Brainstorm. I found Dispel. Okay, I'll put 2 islands on top. Pass the turn. Opponent plays an island. They Preordain. I draw the island and pass the turn. They cycle a Lorien, grabbing an island, so they could Seagate Oracle here or cast a familiar. They play an island. They're going to play the familiar. Okay. I'll go to my turn. Play an island. I'll brainstorm. I put back Lorien and maybe Preordain and Island. So what I can do is tap them out and untap and cast the Lorien Revealed. They play Mortuary Mire. Okay. I'll untap, play my Island, pass. When I cast a Preordain, they're looking for lands as well. I feel like I want to keep the Lorien Revealed in my hand. I cycle a Lorien, finding and playing an Island. I'll cast a Pier. So we find Ideas, Scroll, Preordain, Puppetry. I think I take the Puppetry, the order. My turn. I find a Pier. I have 7 cards in hand. So I can try to tap out their blue sources and then resolve a Lorien. Okay. I'm passing. They have 6 cards in hand. They're casting a Meeting of Minds. I'm going to cast Giga Drowse, tapping your lands. They're tapping all their lands. I'll let them draw 2. They play a Plains. They use a Snap. I will Dispel. Cancel. I think that's fine. Okay. They recast the Familiar. I'll Giga Drowse again, targeting your lands. So I only have 1 more Giga Drowse in my deck. I could be just throwing here. This is what I thought my plan should be. Maybe I should just be doing this all on end step instead of on their main phase. They make some mana. They can counterspell. They use a negate. Okay. So now, my turn. I'll cast High Tide. I have a Dispel. They could have 2 counters here, though. Best case scenario is they try to counter. So now that they have double counter, I'm pretty hosed. I will cast Pier on tap. They have a negate. I have a Dispel. Another negate. Okay. I think I die. If they have Arcane Answer for negate, I'm pretty hosed. Found the negate. That sucked. We're going to Preordain. I have a Muddled Mixture. I think I need to bottom these, try to find a way out of this. Brainstorm. We have High Tide and Dispel. Oh my god. So I know they have the negate. So put back Puppetry. Plays a Seagate Oracle. Get in for 1. We're going to draw a Puppetry. Passing the turn. Plays a Seagate Oracle. This is so bad. They didn't find a land. They get in for 2. Maybe I should have put the 2 High Tides on top. They cycle a Lorien Revealed for another land. Okay, they have negate and 3 unknowns. I'll pass a turn. They're casting an Arcane Answer. Turning negate. I think this is my time. Gets in for 3. Okay. I will Puppetry. Target your lands. They Ghostly Flicker. Okay. So they made a mistake here, I think. They're grabbing the Snap. I think I can win now. Or have an opportunity. Holy moly. Gets back the Snap. We also have the Flicker, right? Oh man. They're going to try to snap their creature here. I hope they do. They did not. They have Ghostly Flicker and Snap. If I make mana, they can kill me. I'll just try High Tide. See if they want to counter. Then I will Psychic Puppetry your island. They float mana. They go Snap. Yeah, that sucked. Now they can Flicker. I'm going to Dispel. I think they can Flicker and then Snap. I think that I managed this game really badly. Alright. See you in the next round. Alright, so we did not do very well, that is for sure. I ended up dropping the event at 1 and 2. Mostly out of tilt, but also because I wanted to use the rest of my Sunday. I think at this point, I'm probably not going to be playing major events on Magic Online outside of the showcase events. It's a little bit too much for me to just take off my entire weekend with family and the kids and all, but it was a good experience. It was good to try. We also had a High Tide player make top 8. I actually make top 4. One of the people who's been consistently performing in the Pauper challenges playing High Tide. That was Edo01. And after that event, and this morning on Monday, 11/10, the ban announcement day, I decided to take another version of High Tide into the leagues. This is something that I've been having success with previously. So I basically took my 2 Ponders and 1 Hidden Strings and turned them into 3 Reach Through Mists. Reach is a lot better post-board, as I talked about, and as we saw in the games, it would have been way better in all of those matches. We would have been able to more successfully tap out our terror opponent. We might have been able to have a better post-board plan. And to be honest, I totally threw that round 1 with the Stream of Thought, not putting back the extra draw spells like Lorien revealed. I had a bunch of Merchant Scrolls with no instants to grab, so it just did not work. And then in the game versus Familiars, being able to tap them out would have been pretty good. But they were able to outplay me a lot in the post-board games. So if High Tide does not get banned, I would probably recommend this specific list. And if it doesn't get banned, I will make sure that the sideboard guide is updated. Hopefully this was at least entertaining for you. Let me know how it went. And good luck to everyone in the future post bans. I will see you on the other side.